All right. I'm eating. I'm eating right now, but shit. FNAF movie. And yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. I shouldn't be doing this. I haven't watched a scene yet. I haven't watched a FNAF scene yet. Scene yet. But which I'm not going to until the movie comes out because then I'm gonna actually watch the movie. But I seen some people say that I seen some thumbnails of the scene getting leaked, some scenes getting leaked, and I literally just searched it up. That's all I did. I just searched it up and see if anything will pop up because I'm not trying to get spoiled. And some of this shit is actually coming out. I'm not gonna react to the scenes. I'm not gonna watch the scenes. Oh, I'm not. Again, I'm not trying to get spoiled. But yeah, early reactions to the Finance of Freddy's movie by 3C Films. Again, I've been watching him for a while, but yeah, early reactions. Let's just watch this.
All set for feel-good get-togethers. Get ready for any gather.
No one cares.
The time has come, Five Nights at Freddy movie fans. Early reactions for the movie have now released online. 8 years waiting to see what people will think of this movie, and it's not looking great, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What the heck, man? But that's what I'm gonna do here for you guys. Is I'm gonna be going through the early reactions and reviews for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, since it is currently available overseas in the UK. British people sipping their tea and watching for now. I gotta stop making fun of the British. I love them. But as I go through these, I want to hear from you guys. Did you always kind of expect the Five Nights at Freddy's movie maybe not to get the most stellar reviews? Are you shocked by this? Are you surprised?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not surprised because for one, some people, some people were saying from the start that the movie was gonna be bad or trash and all that shit, and I thought, me personally, I think this movie's gonna be good and decent. You know what I mean? I do think this is. I did. I had a feeling this was gonna be one of those situations where the critics hated it, but the fans loved it. I definitely think that a FNAF movie was not gonna get. I'll be honest with y'all guys. I don't think that this FNAF movie was gonna a FNAF movie or this FNAF movie in particular that we're getting soon was gonna get like great reviews, all that shit. It was only gonna get like good like reception from the fans and the audience, the general public. But I already knew that the critics were gonna start bitching about this movie. But not many. But who knows? Maybe the reviews are gonna get better. Only a few reviews came out. Only a few, and I already knew it was not gonna be that great. So I'm not even that surprised at this point. They trust the critics trust Sonic. They trust Mario. I already knew it was gonna happen at this point. I'm not even that surprised. But who knows? The reviews are just starting to come out. The reviews are gonna get probably gonna get better over time. But all I'm gonna say is, guys, watch the fucking movie for yourself. Because if you're depending on critics to justify you watching a movie, or even thinking that the movie's gonna be good or bad, then yeah, you no offense, but you need a life. You need a life. Because who the fuck at this point gives a shit about what these people think. We all know this movie's gonna make money. We all know people are gonna talk about this movie for a while, whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's just watch this.
Where do you think you're going to land on it? Whatever the case may be, let me know down below. And hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, so yes, I woke up this morning, started scrolling online to the internet, and I saw my first review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Boy, I was waiting to see what people thought, and well, here it goes. The Five Nights at Freddy's is nothing but a dull, uninspiring collection of lame jump scares collaged together in a thin plot. Cool setting, cooler practical effects, but zero atmosphere. I hope fans have a better time than I did. Watchable enough, but
Yeah, I could tell that this fucking critic review is on some shit. First of all, zero atmosphere. If you know anything why FNAF is even popular, it's because one of the reasons why FNAF is popular to begin with from the first game that this movie is adapting from was the atmosphere. The first four games, the first the first five games, FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, FNAF 6's location, all had atmosphere. Especially the first three games that this movie is taking heavily inspiration from. The first three games, specifically, my favorite games in the series, the first three, you say it has no atmosphere. And plus, literally fucking Scott Cawthon is on this project. Why the fuck would you not have any atmosphere on a movie adaptation of his own video game? Like, make it make sense.
utterly forgettable. I was like, oh, okay, that's just one review. That doesn't mean everybody's gonna end up feeling that way. Let me just scroll a little bit more and see what other people say. Okay,
Right.
we got another one here.
Right, don't fucking trust the critics. Like, obviously people are gonna bitch about it. Plus, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. No offense, I know FNAF is popular and all, but not. But there are people they're about to watch this movie that that probably don't give a shit about FNAF or aren't really that interested in FNAF, or people who are just casuals of FNAF, or people who just heard of it but never played the games. So obviously they're gonna have different opinions from us. From us. I'm not really a FNAF fan. I'm not really a FNAF fan. I'm more of a fan of the first. I was a FNAF fan until after Sister's Location. Then that's where I left. That's why I left the franchise. And I only kept sneak peeks of it. I only would check up on the series every now and then, but I would just do my own thing. I would just stick to Sonic and Mario, all that shit. Stick to the better stuff. But but Five Nights at Freddy's, I was a fan of the first. I was a fan of FNAF for the first the first games at least. I was compared to the fans where, like I said, compared to the fans where we're gonna actually like it. We're gonna love this movie, bro. This movie's gonna have everything. This movie has Corey Kitchen. This movie has Spring Chub. Oh yeah, and the King of FNAF. No. Avoid the spoilers. Avoid the spoilers. Again, I'm gonna stay safe because I'm not trying to get spoiled. This movie's gonna be big. I'm not gonna cap. But yeah, Markiplier. Yeah, we all know. We all know at this point. Everybody's heard that he's not gonna be in this movie. And plus, if he was, they probably would have spoiled it by now, which they haven't done. Maybe it's because the movie is released in the UK, but no, they still would have leaked it. But guys, at this point, I don't think Markiplier is gonna be in the movie. I do hope that at least Mad Pat has to be in this movie. Y'all saying Markiplier? Markiplier could be in one of the sequels to FNAF movie. They say they're gonna make a trilogy. They can definitely put him in one of the sequels. But I do still think that Mad Pat might show up here and there. But yeah.
One says FNAF.
Shut the fuck up.
FNAF movie might be the most uneven film of the year. Absolutely nothing like it was sold. Going off
Most uneven film. Oh no, let me finish.
on tangents at every turn and barely coming together at the end. What should probably have been a simple horror tale is made into a convoluted PG-13 mess. 1.5 stars.
Get the fuck out of here. It's not gonna be that. Even if it's somehow disappointing, it's not gonna be that bad. A one out of 5, a 1 out of 10. Get the fuck out. But yeah, that's his opinion though. Whatever. But it's like whatever. But yeah, about the PG-13 rating, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I used to be like y'all, where we were all bitching about the PG-13. I don't really care at this point. And plus, especially at the when the director said that they're gonna push the PG-13 to its limits. That's what got me hyped. That's what I thought they were gonna do, regardless whether it was rated R or PG-13. They were gonna make it brutal, which thank God is what that's exactly what they did with the PG-13. Thank God they didn't make it kiddish. It's still scary. Fuck.
Oh, it's happening! No! And this is the common consensus. Now I'm going to read you one more, and then we're going to look at reviews from fans of the actual game. So we have here another one saying, I can't speak about Five Nights at Freddy's as a fan of the game, but as a film, it's completely flat and jumbled misfire. While I appreciated the practicality of the animatronics and some of the music choices were cool, the problem is the story, and that it barely happened.
It just so the music, according to this guy, is good. And from what I'm seeing, the praises of this movie were the animatronics themselves. And the jump scares. That's all you need for me for this movie to work. That's all you need for me. The atmosphere, pretty much take what's best from the games and do more with it on feature film. Sure, have the story be good, or at least serviceable, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
As one, the performances are stiff, the dialogue is laughably bad, and where are the scares? Might be one of the most unsure of itself films in 2023. Okay, so looking at it here, what we're getting from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is a lot of jump scares. Story all over the place, goes off in tangents, convoluted, thin plot. Can you say video game accurate or not, my friend? Sounds like you're describing FNAF. I felt like it was
Exactly. Exactly. It's like these critics are trying to say, "Oh, this one's bad for doing exactly what it does in the game." Like, bro, you realize why we're hyped for these movies, right? Oh my god, they did the exact same thing with Mario and Sonic. There's too much fan service, all that bullshit. You just gave us more hype. You just gave us more reason to make this movie successful. Thank you very much.
Monumental task to adapt the Five Nights at Freddy's video games because yes, the stories are crazy. They're out there, they're wild, and you have the creator Scott Cawthon attached to it. He's gonna put in as much of the games as they're gonna allow him to.
Exactly. It's his project. It's his franchise. Let him do what the fuck he wants. Shut up sometimes, critics. Now.
He accomplished it. You know, the problem with sometimes adapting a video game into movie form is as a video game, you already excuse some of the weird story beats because it plays into a level of the game or it throws in something that you weren't expecting as part of gameplay. So that's all forgiven. When you take away the gameplay and it's no longer there as a mechanic of the game and you're watching it as a story point, you realize more how it just doesn't make sense. It's fun to theorize and speculate and wonder and all that, but yeah, the FNAF story has always been a little complicated and weird, so I expected the story maybe not to be the biggest, most loving part of the film, but man, it is making me a little worried that I'm not hearing a lot of things of like, oh, Matthew Lillard was awesome, he was great as William Afton, and that's what I really wanted to see out of these reviews. And
Exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought they were gonna do since Matthew Leonard. That's what I thought the reviews were gonna bring up, Matthew Leonard. But no, instead they're talking shit about the movie for staying true to the game. Like, fuck out of here. You critics. These critics don't have a life. I don't care what these damn.
not getting that. Also, do want to preface by saying if you're someone who wants to look up other reviews online with these hashtags, be very careful. The movie is out in UK, and you know today's world, phones pop out the.
I haven't watched some spoilers yet, but I've seen some of the thumbnails. I looked up on my recommended on YouTube, and I seen some people post, "Oh, FNAF sing this, FNAF sing that." I'm like, "Oh hell no! I need to stay off the internet for the next 2 days until this movie comes out." Man, it's been a journey. 8 years since this game. Now it's a movie. Or no. Should I say 9 years? 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. FNAF turns 10 next year. Yeah, 9 years.
Theater and record everything, so you could be spoiled big time. I know when I was trying to look for these reviews, I saw little screen grabs of something where I was like, oh, scroll.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I was like, oh hell no, not trying to get spoiled. Nope.
Want to see that? Same goes for YouTube thumbnails. Just don't even search anything FNAF for a while.
Yeah.
These are obviously reviews from people who are
Quaker, 10 grams of fiber.
Yeah. In fact, this is the last FNAF video I'm gonna make it to a movie.
people who aren't fans of the games, and that's fine, it's understandable. Let's look at how they did pleasing people who were fans of the games.
Yeah.
And, well, we have one here from Joe, another lovely British boy you might know. He's a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, and he said here, I give the FNAF movie a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, but it does have a few flaws. It's very well written at parts, but sometimes not so much. Great acting on all parts. In all honesty, I think you're gonna like it a lot if you're a fan of the franchise. Yes, I'm biased. Another review here from a fan that says Five Nights at Freddy's leaps above its flaws to deliver a practically perfect, satisfying, fun, and thrill-worthy good time at the movies. Hutcherson is great. Matthew Lillard acted is fantastic with Stu Walker vibes appropriately sprinkled across his performance. Another review here from a fan that says the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was a great time. It had good scares, the fan service did not disappoint, and the story was very well done. Definitely has a couple things I wish
So the fans are loving it. That's all I really need.
it did, but I'm dying to see the next one. So yeah, it looks like if you're a fan, you're gonna end up liking it. You might notice some of the flaws, but at the end you're like, man, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
No movie is perfect. Obviously, this movie is gonna have flaws, and plus, people are gonna be like, "Why would?" And plus, I already can see people be like, "Why is this guy staying at an animatronic place, killer animatronic place for 5 nights?" That's the main thing I see many people saying. Why would he stay at an animatronic place for 5 nights where they kill you? That's already what that's already some of the complaints I see coming.
Movie 4, it's awesome. And this has started now to call people the Five Nights
Yep.
at Freddy's movie a Mario
Yep.
2.0, where
Yep.
the Mario movie had a very similar situation have happened to itself, where when I saw the movie as a fan of Mario, growing up playing nothing but Mario games, I loved that movie. It was so fun seeing Mario in that world, the creation of all the little villains, the mushroom, the Donkey Kong. Like, I walked out of that movie so happy and fulfilled, and really surprised when I saw critics were trashing the movie, saying it was
Yep. It's the exact same like I just said. It's the exact same thing. Although I am gonna say this though, which video game movie am I gonna enjoy more? The Mario movie or the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? I see many people saying that the Mario movie is the best video game movie of all time, which I disagree. I think Sonic 2, still to this day, Sonic 2 is the best video game movie of all time. Is FNAF gonna be the best video game movie of all time? Who knows? Sonic 3 might be the best video game movie of all time, or that Minecraft movie, or that Pac-Man movie, if they're even still making that. But who knows?
too silly, goofy, story didn't make sense. It's just a kid's film. I was like, what? This feels
My complaints with the Mario movie was that some of the missed opportunities. It was too short, and then the movie had missed opportunities. Those are my complaints. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I think I'm gonna like FNAF more, or I'm gonna at least take it more serious. But yeah.
feels like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is going down a similar path. If you're just not familiar with the tropes, the Easter eggs, the reference, you're not gonna get the biggest bang for your buck when watching the movie. A lot of stuff is gonna go over the general audience's head, and that's fine. You know, if you've been watching a lot of the interviews and things with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, they've been saying, we made this movie for the fans. Which could just be another way of, shielding themselves and preparing with it. It's like, you're only gonna like it if you're a fan. So I would say to fans, get ready for this movie to get a lot of bad reviews. Have a really low Rotten Tomatoes score. Well, at the end, it shouldn't bother you.
Exactly. I don't really give a shit. I already see the critics. Oh, this movie has too many problems. The fan service to the games. The movie sucks. Shut up.
Walks out liking the movie, but let's look at this from a point of, is this going to affect the chances of getting a sequel? Because they said they're planning 3 movies. And I think even if you're a fan who thinks the movie is bad, you probably still want to see more Five Nights at Freddy's movie content in your life. I think
Exactly.
with these bad reviews,
Oh yeah, speaking of the box office, I heard that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie might actually be the highest grossing horror movie, or at least have the highest grossing opening for a horror movie. That's good ass news. That's great news. A much higher opening than It.
set to have like a big cock the cock before it goes to theaters. Kind of insanity. But that is the beauty of Blumhouse making this movie on such a dang low budget that it's gonna make its money back either way. So I think as long as fans go and support it and shill out their money, they're gonna go.
Yeah, this movie is definitely good. We could just get that out of the way now. Despite the fact if it's good or bad, this movie is definitely gonna this movie is definitely gonna make money.
And make at least one more movie, and hopefully all this stuff that they get criticized for, lackluster story, unfocused narrative, maybe not teeter-tottering between PG-13, rated R, all that well, they can fix that for the next two movies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. The next movie has to be rated R. So at least we still have a FNAF movie that's rated R. One of these this is a trilogy. If this one's not rated R, then the next one has to be rated R. Or if Markiplier is not in this one, the next he has to be in the next one, or even the final one, the third one. See, I feel like some people are expecting everything from this movie, and even I at one point was like, they had to do everything. And then I heard it was gonna be a trilogy. I was like, if they don't do this thing in this this and that in this movie, they're gonna definitely have to do it in the next one. And if they don't do it in that one, they're gonna do it with the third one. They have to at least do one of the wishes, like what the fans are wanting. They have to at least do it. This is a trilogy. They have to at least do that. Like if Markiplier's not in this one, he has to be in the next one. If this one's PG-13, the next two movies, or the third one at least, the next one or the second one has to be rated R. I'm saying that right now. Even though this one's that we're about to watch soon is PG-13, next movie has to be rated R. Has to be rated R. Has to be. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm trying to say here.
Get to see the movie tonight in a couple of hours, so I'm excited. I still am going to give you my super honest thoughts, so don't hate me if I end up agreeing with critics. I feel like I know enough about FNAF to enjoy the Easter eggs and references that it'll be a pleasant, fun time for me. And just looking at the practical effects and the suits they made, I think I'm just going to enjoy it from a visual standpoint.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna love. I love how the praises. One of the praises of the movies are the practical effects and how they made the animatronics come to life.
As long as you give me plenty of spring Bonnie William Afton, I will be happy. But I toss it off to you guys. You see these early reactions for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Does it make you a little sad? Does it make you worrisome? Would love to hear all your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always,
It does not make me worried. My only worry is that if I myself don't like the film, I really am waiting to see how I feel about the movies. These critics are bugging. These critics are chatting. They're bugging. They're just fuck you, critics.
I'm Chris. Take care.
Yeah, take care, Chris. Those are the early reviews of the fight. No. No spoilers. No spoilers. In fact, hold on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no spoilers. I'm gonna just focus on this thumbnail of FNAF. But yeah, the early reviews. And there's spoilers, and oh my fucking god. I already knew this movie was not gonna get good reviews. That being said, I really don't give a shit. The movie itself, as long as it's good, then we should be A-okay. I definitely see this movie getting mixed reviews. You know, the Mario movie had mixed reviews. The Sonic movies had mixed reviews. Leaning more to the positive side, but still nevertheless mixed reviews. This movie is not getting negative reviews. I can see it. I'm just letting you know right now. I think this movie is gonna get mixed reviews, if I'm being honest to you. And I do think that the Rotten Tomatoes score is probably gonna be like a 50 something or a 60 something or a 70 something. That's the highest I see it going, to be honest. 50, 60, and 70. If it's at a 40, then hell yeah, these critics are fucking tripping. I actually predict that the movie's gonna be like at a 50 or 60 or 70% on, like a 70 some percent on Rotten Tomatoes or like a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 on IMDb. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen with the Five Nights at Freddy movies, when it comes to the reviews. That's what I personally think. This is probably not. It's not what I want. I want the movie to get good reviews. I want the movie to get good reviews, and I want the movie itself to be really damn good. But if we're being realistic, that's what I think is gonna happen. But who cares? As long as the fans are loving it, it's not even. We all, of course, the fans. Yeah, the fans need to love it too. But it's more so the general audience. Let's hear what they gotta say. The general public likes it, just like how the general public liked the Mario movie and liked the Sonic movies. But yeah, just it's like fuck it, bro. So fuck you, bro. Five Nights at Freddy's. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no! Stop! No, what? How about this? I'm just gonna stay off my gaming account for a while. I'm just gonna get on my main account, which check out, by the way, check out. But yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has mixed reviews. We can say that right now. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, hit those notifications down below. Look, comment down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. How about these early reactions? Subscribe to my other channels, link in the description, which I've been actually working on lately. Putting my channels link in the description. Stay off the internet. Stay off the internet. Don't watch the FNAF. They're just like what Chris said. Don't fucking stay away from any FNAF related content. Even if you type up FNAF game, there's gonna be a them linking the FNAF movie. Don't even risk it. I'm not gonna watch anything FNAF related for the next few days until I see the movie. This is the last FNAF video I'm gonna make until the movie, and then I'm gonna do my review, and that's it. Get hyped for the sequels, and it's gonna be the same old shit. But yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. So, bye.